What's going on, guys? Insanity Gaming here, and today I just kind of want to talk to you guys about the Call of Duty community and what is wrong with them. Well, I guess us too, technically, but alright, so Call of Duty. I'm just gonna kind of go off of what they're saying. I'm kind of gonna quote a bunch of people I've seen on YouTube comments and all that, and Twitter and everything else. So, Call of Duty is always the same. Please bring us some change. Alright, Sledgehammer comes in like, alright, I got you guys. I'm bringing some exosuits, okay? Alright, cool. We brought in exosuits. Everybody likes it for like however long the game first was like, for however like the first like few months, everyone liked it. Now all of a sudden, everyone's like, oh, Sledgehammer messed everything up, blah blah blah. They complain about everything and they were just happy with. And then next up we have Treyarch. They come along like, hey, we're gonna start teasing you guys. Everyone's like, please bring us a World War II game and all that, which I would have been happy with. Don't get me wrong. If it was World War II, I would be completely thrilled and happy. But it's not World War II. Oh well, not that big of a deal. Everyone seems to forget that Treyarch is amazing, and they have never once let us down. There might have been a few things in Black Ops 1, but other than that, their games have been near perfect. So I don't really understand what they're complaining about. And then, other than the fact that, yeah, okay, cool, they want World War II, but we already know World War II, okay, submachine guns and mostly semi-automatic assault rifles. Now, let me know down in the comments. Do you really think that most people would have actually enjoyed that? Like, I mean, if you seriously think about it, the Call of Duty community, yeah. Okay, remember, COD 4 came out. It was the very first game with, like, very first-person shooter that wasn't based on World War II that had fully automatic guns. After that, Treyarch brings along World at War, right? Remember that wonderful game that nobody ever, not as many people were playing because it had full auto weapons. We've been dealing with full auto weapons now since '07 for the most part. So you really think that the Call of Duty community is not gonna probably accept a World War II game, which as sad as it is, but we know that that's not gonna be the case. So that's really, like I was saying, too bad. But they're complaining that they want a World War II game and they didn't get it. But I guarantee, and I see the box art for Treyarch's next Call of Duty. And who knows, it might even be photoshopped. We don't even know. But, we see the box art for the game, and nobody likes it. Everybody's like, that better not be an exosuit, blah, 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 blah. And when they were just happy, if I remember, they were just happy about exosuits and, like, with Sledgehammer. So what are they complaining about right now anyway? Next up, we don't even know if it's an exosuit or not. We have no proof, no evidence that's an exosuit. If you look at close enough at the box art, you'll realize, hey, that's not an exosuit. It's it's like all you have to do is just look at it. You can tell it's something, but you can tell it's not an exosuit. To me, it just looks like either armor or like some sort of like cyber monkey dude type thing. I don't even know, but it's not exosuits. And even if it is, Treyarch, they wouldn't mess the little basics that Sledgehammer ended up messing up this year. Sledgehammer messed up the skill-based matchmaking and the connection, kind of, in my opinion. With skill-based matchmaking, it was just, well, for me at least, it was, I don't want every single game to seem like an MLG tryout. Like, I didn't know what I was doing right there, but yeah, I don't want every game for me to seem like an MLG tryout. I want to have fun games and smash on noobs, kind of like I did in this game. Now, I feel like they toned back the skill-based matchmaking a little bit, but it's still more there than it has been in any other Call of Duty, and I don't like it. Like, I mean, this is one of those few games you can get where I got, I just destroyed them. I got over 40 kills, but that doesn't happen that often with skill-based matchmaking now, because it always puts you against, some really good people, or people that are your skill level, just depending on how good you are. So therefore, for you, pretty much every single game, especially the better above average players, every single game for you is going to seem like, hey, I gotta try. You gotta try super hard. You don't get a break, and if you don't want that, then you're gonna have to, not play good. If you're an above average player, there's nothing you can do about that. Or you're gonna have to reverse boost, which I shouldn't even say you have to do that, because you don't have to do that. It's not right. I get that you don't like Sledgehammer, you don't like skill-based matchmaking that Sledgehammer put in there, but it still doesn't give those people rights to reverse boost. Just because, especially when they're on your team, makes it even worse, because then it's a 5v6 or a 3v4 or whatever. You're playing one man down, and it's not fair for you at all. So, I do honestly hope that Treyarch does fix that. But yeah, pardon the little rant there about reverse boosting. But yeah, let's go back to start talking about the Call of Duty community. Like I was saying, they, all we as a community know how to do. I get it. Like there's people like me and people like a lot of you guys out there that don't complain, are fine, and are happy. But there are those people out there that all they do is complain about Call of Duty. They don't. All they want to do is complain. Like even if a game's good, the majority opinion is the game's good. Like with this game right here, Advanced Warfare. I thought everybody enjoyed this game, but then Sledgehammer announces their next thing, and nobody wants exosuits back. But whatever. So speaking of exosuits, let's just change topics just a little bit. Exosuits. So I don't necessarily want them back. I like exosuits, and it's a nice change of pace. But it's the fact that I don't want it to be in every single Call of Duty, because it's I want it just to be like a Sledgehammer thing, mainly because it changed up Call of Duty definitely forever, I think. But there's always gonna be that question now. Hey, is there gonna be exosuits in the next Call of Duty or not? And that's kind of a fun thing to ask yourself. But then you also have to think, do I really want exosuits like in every single Call of Duty? Because then it's gonna, everyone's gonna be complaining. The Call of Duty is always the same thing every year, and you're gonna have those people complain about exosuits, and they don't want to be flying around the map. So I think it's just kind of a careful balance there. I think exosuits should just be Sledgehammer, and we should be on the ground for Infinity Ward and Treyarch, and they do their things, and Sledgehammer will do their things. That's what I kind of think. I don't know. You guys can go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you think about that. But it's just, I don't know. It doesn't seem. It'd be really weird, in my opinion, if every single Call of Duty would be flying around, because that's not what Call of Duty is. Yes, yes and no. It's not. Like, it isn't. It is because it's still Call of Duty, still that same title, but it's not Call of Duty in the sense that this is not where Call of Duty came from. This is just pretty much the new. It could be a new breed of Call of Duty if we don't do this thing right, which I don't want. I like being on the ground for other Call of Duties. Like I was playing Call of Duty Ghosts the other day just because I kind of miss being on the ground. And I'm not saying that this isn't fun. I'm just saying that I'm kind of I'm not sick of it, but I miss being on the ground sometimes and just being flying around the map. And that kind of brings up another point there. Flying around the map. Those kids that when you're in a gunfight with them, and when they just start boosting around, upside down, spinning around, 720 YY, no scopes across the map, boost, jumping, dodging, strafing, I don't like that, because it takes away from, your gun skill. As you can see, I'm pretty accurate in this game, but still when people start doing that, there's a lot of times I can't win those gunfights, because, they're spinning up, going around, and I can't move around just fast enough to get to them, because they're bouncing around like little bunny rabbits, and that's, I mean, like I said, exosuits are fun, just not all the time, especially when stuff like that gets implemented. So that's kind of also why I don't think Treyarch's gonna. Well, there's more than that one reason why I don't think Treyarch's gonna have exosuits in the next Call of Duty. So let's kind of get into some topics about that. So I don't think they are, just because one, let's say they already knew about exosuits and all the devs were talking. I think because exosuits were such a big risk with Call of Duty, especially after Call of Duty Ghosts, which wasn't well received by the community, I don't think that they would take a huge risk like that in bringing the exosuits back, just because, hey, what if they're on a 3-year dev cycle? So what if nobody liked the exosuits? What if something bad happened? What if they weren't well received? What if everyone hated the exosuits? I don't think they would take that risk, in my opinion. But next up, the other reason I don't think that they would bring back exosuits. There's pretty much only two. Treyarch might not have known about them. Like, if you think about it, they started working on their next game right after Black Ops 2 came out 2 years ago. And because of, Black Ops 2 coming out like that, they were working on it. So Treyarch's working on theirs 2 years ago, and Sledgehammer's working on theirs 3 years ago. So, what's it called? Sledgehammer's game was only a year in the making when Treyarch started there, so they might not have even talked about exosuits. Treyarch might have had no idea. This is just kind of a coincidence that you might see a little bit of exosuit looking thing on there. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I got for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to let me know down in the comments if you what your thoughts and opinions are about these topics I was talking about. And as always, hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Peace out, guys.